All right, we're recording. What's up, guys? Good morning. Uh, excuse me. Where's Mr. Michael Huddleston's stop loss at? In a buy with 30 contracts, where's the stop loss, sir? Oh, but they gonna beat me up if I don't say time. They gonna light me up. Well, he can do that. Who are you? A trader in the market, just like he is. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Oh, I forgot I was recording. Jeez, I forgot not to drop their names when I'm recording, because when y'all send the links to your friends and your family and all that other stuff, y'all know you're not supposed to be doing that, but y'all do it anyway. When y'all do that, then they might hear me mention somebody else's name, so I try not to really name drop. Silver Biden time, that's what it says. Silver Biden. Let's see. They still ain't got no Silver Biden yet. I'll tell you that much. Oh, this is a good example. Watch this. So, guys, there's this idea of leftover wicks having the ability to hold price. So we're gonna leave those there because they're leftover wicks from a higher time frame. I have no friends. Listen, me neither. I made my friends here. That's what we call a community. I made my friends here. Like how they just be dunking on them in this idiot box. They just be, oh my goodness. That's why I said don't make no. You guys heard me? You guys heard me when I said that last time? I said don't make no decisions in the middle of the box. The middle. You're not making no decisions. Sorry, got a little phlegm because I'm not feeling too well. But the middle? Who does that? Holy smokes. So as you guys see, nice little bounce came off of it. And I know. The guy who's like, well, you aren't showing anything new. This is equivalent to support and resistance. Because it could very well be that the swing actually supported price. And not a random wick you drew, but it just so happened to take place in the same constants within a distortion in the integrity of the relax partner. Yes, we do got these little we do have this swing here that could very well be the reason why that leftover wick does provide the same opportunity that this one did here. But again, I'm mentioning it particularly because it's from the 5 minute. It does overlap into the 1 minute. But then as you backtest, when you're even backtesting the use of these wicks, backtesting the use of it, where do we, what number did I say high price go to? I can't remember. Because I had to go somewhere and it just slipped my mind. But we look at the use of these wicks and how, we call them hidden S&Ds, hidden zones, which that they are. Now, are you using wicks in a downtrend? Are you using wicks in a downtrend for confirmation to trade up? No, you're not. So if there's a downtrend that's occurring and you get a move back up, but price trades back down again, that wick on the move back up, you're not using to trade with. You're only going to use wicks that are with whatever current trend is taking place. Unless the wick is something that's near like the origin of the move or, something like that. So you're just not taking a random wick and dragging it out and hoping, right? All right, so let's see. Well, let me remove this. That's a bit hindsight now, huh? Father, is it you? You guys got so many fatherless comments in this chat section. You guys are always on your worst behavior here. That's why I had to give people moderation powers. Come on. Hey, listen. Oh, I forgot to mention, y'all. So we have a shorter week next week, right? So what we're doing next week is the new group and the old group that we have. You guys are actually going to have people call price for us. I know. Hands getting sweaty. Somebody's like, "Hey, I was taking next week off." You don't know. It's very, very good for your development, your ability to carry out the thing that you are learning. And in school, I had a teacher who she made us write persuasive speeches about controversial topics. Whoa! Persuasive speeches about controversial topics. They're already controversial. We shouldn't be having them, but then they should be had. There should be conversations that are discussed with, a manner in which it still respects and humanizes everybody, but it gets to the issue, the root cause. What is the topic of this discussion? So that just made me a better speaker overall, a better, even if I have whatever ideas that I do have that someone else may not agree with, time and place. You understand different dynamics of how to get through to the person that you're talking to. How to get through to them. You get through to them by meeting them where they are. I know this sounds like a speech for, presidential candidate or something, but you get to the spot that they're in. Everybody that's out there will not be in the same place in their learning or in their confidence to trade, even if they know all the concepts already, or in their ability to communicate it, or their ability to continue to follow their trade plan. Different people are different places, but you still got to be able to reach everybody where they are. So when I turn back and I address certain people here, and I'm like, hey, you got to slow down, or this question, you can't do that. I'm addressing people in the area of the need that they have and that's the place in which they are learning. So for some people it is go back to the playlist. For other people it is, give me a chart of this, show me that. Why are you doing this? It's meeting those different people where they are. And some people I may be silent because they're doing pretty well. They're adjusting to the information and they're using it and finding more and more in back testing that they're able to, they're able to apply these things properly. They're finding that success on their own. So, the purpose of these live streams and the purpose of even talking to you guys about what it is that you are doing that might be different from another person, or my response to another person might be a lot different than the same response to you, is because it's in two different areas. The lazy, I'm always going to call it out, period. And if you feel like you're not one that's lazy and I'm calling you lazy, it's unjust. I apologize, but it's also telling you to step up. You shouldn't be asking these questions. You shouldn't be, you should already be beyond this. Your brain moves a lot faster than this. You're stopping your progress. So you need to, that. I want people to understand that type of energy that I bring to you guys is because I know you guys are capable. At least some. Some of you guys are which that's reality. The people who want to be stubborn and think they already know how to get there, yet they're here, I'm going to step away from that. You can use all strategies. Okay, and you've been using all strategies and still you're stuck. And I got off the ground in a month. 4 months later, I knew all of what was taking place, and being able to just pull out money in any type of environment, any type of condition that I'm put in. But you're going to tell me that you would keep your sibby and busy. Okay. Okay. Sibby, busy, sick, sissy, whatever it is, whatever those you want to keep going, do it. Because I know that that's going to slow you down. And now I'm going to have to watch you slow your own self down while still having to take care of and be responsible for the growth of those who are willing to listen. Those who are willing to, ICT calls NASDAQ Six Sister or something like that. So we're just remixing his yeah, ICT calls his Six Sister. Yeah. Hey, blame him. He's a bad example if he's saying cancelable terms, and he's giving people cancelable terms to use. Don't implicate me out here, yo. This is on camera. All right, let's bring it in chat. Thanks. Let's bring it, Charles. You just got here, Charles. You just got here. About to get sent to the principal's office. So we watched the wick that we talked about give us a nice bounce out of it. Then we also acknowledged that it was the zone that was present there too. And that gave us this move trading in that direction. While we're falling, while we're dropping, and while, sell side is here or whatever they're anticipating to get down into, here or whatever that is there, you can still find a life-changing move every day. And it doesn't even have to be this one 30-point move that shifts out of here. It could be a 10-point move. It could be a 5-point move. Whatever it is, there are people that have replaced their yearly salaries and gave themselves a raise with just using 5 points, 10 points, knowing when to strike, building up that cushion through. And this is what I used to do with the other group, building up the cushion to risk it. So if you have funded accounts, you build up the profit. So when you do step up in size, it's either going to knock that profit down by half and you're going to have to go back to micros and build it up again, or that profit that you're risking now doubles or triples the reward. And it didn't cost you what? Your capital. It didn't cost you your capital. The whole idea is to preserve capital, not risk it. We're not risking our capital. We're finding ways to make profit and use that profit to get more profit that keeps us ahead of the game. So I started that other small account, just taking small portions, realistic amounts that I wanted people to see on Twitter. That's less than 20 days that I took that from $900 to $5,000. Less than 20 days. Who's job salary is more than that. Had a job where I was barely making that. But a couple minutes each night in Asia, maybe, sometimes in London here, sometimes, through New York, 2, maybe 3, just with these little tiny. And I'm seeing that people don't understand that they could live off of these movements. They could, if they actually hone in on paying attention to exactly what they need to and waiting for that moment to strike rather than trying to force something that's not there. The ability you have to be able to live off just that little discipline alone. You don't ever have to know how to catch a 100-point move. You don't ever have to be in a 100-point move. It's incredible. The power of just a little small short scalp. And the learning process that's behind that. The learning behind that. It helps. So the thing that stops a lot of people from finding profitability is ego and contentment. It's the biggest issue that people have when trying to find profitability. Why do you want to look to, there was this one guy who retweeted my tweet and said, LOL, why the 2-point TPs? LOL. Why the, okay. All right, big dog, you got it. And there's no laughing on the other side of that. Now it's, why are you showing this? What is it going to do to help people? In a week that people can't trade, people are losing, just, what is this? Now it's that energy. So you can't please the guy that doesn't believe it. And some of that is your family, your friends, people secretly not even liking you for no reason. Your life is worse than theirs, yet they still don't like you because they're jealous of you. What sense does that? I have nothing to be jealous over. And you jealous of the nothingness that's going on in I have people who are like that. But you just continue to focus on that progress, be consistent with it. I don't care if y'all, oh yeah, you don't want, you don't like me posting profits. Oh, okay. Yeah, just pay myself the $60 to drink a cup of coffee. I just pay myself $100 to lay down. Mm-hmm. You said what? Because scam. Okay, you're gonna be able to verify. I just pay myself. That's the skill that you have, and the ability to be unshakable about what you see in the market and how you approach it. There's people that could probably take way more trades than I do. Very true. But I know exactly when to strike. And by the time I'm out, I can reward myself and then just move on about my day. Plenty of instruments to be able to trade. Different kinds of volatility. But what got me there? The studying, the same information that you guys have. The same. I didn't even have this information. That's the crazy part. I didn't even have this information when I was dealing with the issues I was dealing with. I didn't even have it. Y'all got bells and whistles. I became profitable not even having this stuff. Bells and whistles. Yo. And now I'm here showing this stuff live and every day and like helping you get. Do we need to talk about this? I need to address this because I clicked on the wrong thing, by the way. I hate going to the 5-minute and anything up above because it's just cheating for me. That's what I see it as. It's cheating. As soon as I see something that happens on the higher time, oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Now there's no mystery to it. Now there's no mystery to it. This is what we got. Zone. The algorithm do the same thing every day. There we go. This is what we got. Zone. What do we say about the wicks? If price is bullish, only use bullish wick. You can't make this stuff up. It's right at your disposal to be able to use. This is even showing you guys the element of what fractal is. Leftover wick that I just introduced you guys to. Trust me, there's far more than that. This 1 minute down move started from here and traded all the way down to the low of here. But then when we were on the 5-second, we said, oh yeah, but it's also the 5-second swing. Everything accounted for. And the only thing that's missing is our understanding to be able to trade it. Because we haven't back tested it enough. We haven't back tested enough. I started while we were up here and I said, we're looking for, what was it? 350, 345, I said, something like that. and then drew this out, and we flipped through the different time frames. That's what that's what fractal is. That's what we mean by fractal, not just the little wick zone that's present. Oh, we tapped into this fractal S&D. No. So there's a lot to really get through, but guess what? People are still stuck with not wanting to watch the material. If you don't want to watch the material, leave. Leave. You will slow down the environment for everybody else. Leave. Request a prorated refund and go. Because we got work to do. And having a particular mindset here that thinks they know, they know more, they know better. Leave. You the free videos out there, free playlists. Take the little videos you have here. Leave. Because people are hungry, and your work ethic and your coasting and your lack of being cooperative, your cantankerous behavior is slowing others down. So hit the cancel button. Write an ask for a prorated refund. Even if the terms and conditions says no refunds. But it's not fair to the other people that are here. It's not fair to the other people who are putting in that time. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to learn. You just put a mystical. You see why I don't pay attention to y'all in the chat? So whatever this is here, it looks like it could trade away from there and then go back down into there. But I want people to be able to have the space to learn at an accelerated rate, and I want to provide that environment because that's the way that I learned. Guys, guess what? The way I was learning was spamming charts. Why do you think I have the chart spam section there? I was spamming entries. If I was wrong, I'd just say I got clapped. And then right back to the next entry again. Spamming it over and over. Oh, I jumped the gun on that one, got clapped. Just spamming everything I can find. That increased my understanding of how to enter 100-fold. Increased my understanding of when to and when not to 100-fold. And now entries that I'm taking I've taken them before. I told you guys the other day. I mentioned that I was looking for a prop firm to continue trading CFDs with, to continue fostering what I was fostering with the understanding of smaller movements and pacing yourself and all of that other stuff. A prop firm reached out to me and said, let me actually read it to y'all. A prop firm reached out to me and said, "Hey Dave, I heard you want to try out a new prop firm account. I would be happy to give you one in return of a trading journal on the account." A trading journal on the account. At that point, I was like, "Hey, ain't no way, ain't no way." Look at what data means to these people. Look at how they'll reach out to you for your data. for what you put together and compile. They'll reach out to you and be like, yo, hold up, whoa. We gotta get something on this guy. There was somebody, guys, listen, 2024 is gonna be an amazing year. Let me read this to you guys. Let me read this real quick. Somebody sent me a message, and they're gonna do a presentation that I can share with you guys. I'm gonna wait probably until the new year to do it, but listen to what this guy said. He said, "Hello, sir. I'm studying your masterclass day and night." He's not even in the group, by the way. He said, "Thank you for the opportunity. I am studying so hard. Is it possible to make available some YouTube videos for me?" He said, "Here are my notes." And when I saw that, I was like, the audacity. This is what Dr. Seuss was talking about. The audacity. He's showing me his notes and stuff. And I didn't say anything, I just waited. He said, "I also coded a Python script to backtest previous data to get the probability of time intervals with respective swing point percent. For example, I have NASDAQ price data, 1 minute data from 2013 to 2023. When I run the script, it shows me how much percent of a swing point created during a given time. For example, 10 to 11 o'clock. I want to share it with you, and maybe it can help improve the system. The script says how much probability the swing will create within a specific time." He sent me the codes of everything, the different time intervals. He said, this is swing points for NASDAQ, minimum 50-point swing. For example, 10 to 10:20, there is almost every day X amount in a swing. What? He started to show the different findings that was in there. And he said, in my pursuit of gaining a statistical edge in the market, I've crafted a Python algorithm that delves into historical asset data. This powerful tool focuses on identifying crucial price changes known as swing points within the context of OHLC data bar obtained by CSV files. The algorithm offers customization options, allowing users to define parameters such as price and time intervals. So now it's not related to a particular time frame from the 1 minute. It could be a drop that you look into that amount from the hourly time frame, or maybe the 4-hour time frame. The stuff this man is explaining is absolutely crazy. He said, the algorithm's potential extends to strategic trading. For scalpers, it becomes a powerful ally, allowing them to patiently await high probability time intervals reaching an 80% to 90% confidence level and capitalize on price swings, on price flips to attain swing points. So this is somebody using the free data. Such brilliance in a person's mind that could be able to put all of this together in an algorithm. So after you've learned, look at the tools you can have to create a confidence to tell you how much is on the way. Oh my goodness. That thing blew my mind. I said 2024. I said that's going to be the year. And if we don't have the basics in order, we'll get lost. What? Now, see, some people that might have went over their head because their brains are just not able to take in what was just said. But what the man said was he created $1 billion idea for trading futures. Multi-billion-dollar idea. That's what the man said. A multi-billion-dollar idea that can be sold to professionals if he wanted to. And he had the audacity to come around and ask me for some extra videos. Like, bro, you don't even know my, you never met this, but you asking me for. He said, here's why. Let me explain to you why I'm asking for this. Now that kind of audacity? What? Dave, this is M7 mentorship. It can be. Can be. Can be. I don't know about no 30% win rate. I don't know. Man said 80 to 90. He said, come on, y'all got me mentioning. And everybody knows I do have respect for M7. I'm not just saying it just to say it to scrub off this video. Y'all do know that I respect others who you know, are out there helping people to change their lives with the things that they've discovered. Absolutely hats off to those people. But we do not have a low win rate in this strategy here. And we don't advocate for them either. And not saying you can't be profitable with a 30% win rate, but I'm telling you, it sure is a lot more stressful to try to be profitable with a 30% win rate. Ask me how I know. I missed it because why did you say price was coming back down from your drawing there? I don't know. I think I said I'm probably gonna do something like that. It's just the memory aspect. Maybe there's something back here that could show us what it tapped into. I don't know. We didn't get to do our top down analysis yet. So okay, that's right there. Right there. So there's some higher time frames sitting in the other. Here. So that's what we're in. Yeah, that's what we're in. But that thing looks a little ugly. That I do to go on Jeopardy. Man, you know, as a kid, I used to watch that. Look at the back of the newspaper for the little stats that was back there. Even if I didn't understand the sport, I still used to read the standings. It's like, oh, Cowboys seem to be suffering. Would be cursed every time I open up this newspaper here. What's going on over there? Must be Texas. So I used to watch, you know, and read all of that, you know, that was there. And I guess that just continued to stimulate the mind. For some people who were just lost at what I was reading just now, for some of the people who were just lost with what I was reading just now, you need to stimulate your or challenge your brain more. You know, you might be using it passively to watch a TV show or to scroll mindlessly through Twitter or whatever it is. But you have to stretch it by learning something you do not know. For me, when I was having that fog during trading, I started to watch little segments of how to learn Japanese. Because it was strengthening my ability to retain information without feeling so confused, because I know that that information was needed for the next thing and then for the next thing. So I needed to be able to keep a string or a chain on all the different things that I was learning and just apply it to the next, and then apply it to the next, and then apply it to the next. And I started doing that at the beginning of trading. So you guys gotta stretch your brain more. You gotta use your brain more. You gotta use your brain more. So look at that. Who would have been up there with the audacity of wanting price to trade higher? Who would have had the audacity of leveraging themselves up here? And yeet. I'm telling you, it's us. It's us. Because maybe there's a buy side number up here that somebody Magic Conch called. And somebody had just mentioned swings, right? They said after 8 pumps. So you got that one. That one. Let me just turn this on. Look at me with the technology. That. Actually, no, this isn't. I can still keep it there. I'll still leave it there. This one pushed up here. That. So let's take a count. Take a guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why would we still be up here? So the person asked, why did I say we were moving away? There's plenty of reasons why we were even thinking about moving back into that. Plenty of reasons. I'll show you the higher time frame reason. I'll show you the lower time frame reason. Part of my memory is just there. So there's a ton of reasons that you can connect as to why this is occurring. But there are steps that you guys are given to follow this as it's occurring, because you're not there yet in memory to be able to understand what it is that I can readily just spew out and you catch and pick up and be able to run. You're not there yet. So it starts with following the instructions of what's given, and then you'll be able to, because there's people up here that's smoked up in these imbalances. Smoked up. We'll beat right the other way. Other people trying to use this order block or maybe the wick or something like that. And well, everybody's seeing this extension, and yeah, maybe it can go and hit buy side on some time frame back here. Let me see. I don't know. Ooh, they kind of fall back there. Oh, these are the days where they ain't got nothing to. Yes, these are the days that they have nothing to the left to compare themselves with, and they out there with draws. Don't know what's gonna happen. Yes, these are the days that they get stuck. So more than likely, price is looking to take that out, get back into here. It could potentially take that and that, get back into here, and then have another bounce off of that there. Or could stall before this low, whichever one. We'll see. The information that you guys are learning, it's very dense, but you guys need to know all of it to actually be consistent in this market every day. And what you guys are given, the very beginning of it, you guys don't even want to read the instruction manual. You don't even want to remember. You want to build a house. You want to build a house, but you don't even know how to put the hard hat on yet. How's this look? This good? Okay, yeah, let me bring the jackhammer and put in those steps. No, we don't use jackhammers for steps. We use that's how some people sound. That's how some people sound. And look, I feel sorry for them because, let me see, maybe they got that, maybe somebody was brave enough to take that imbalance there. I don't know, somebody got liquidated on that one there down below. Yeah, I don't know. It's very hard to read how people would trade other than just longing because an imbalance is present. So it looks like we went below this. Just scalped $315 between meetings. Working off the 1 minute chart makes work trading balance a little easier. That's when I was at, hey, you see? Then when I was on the ice, and that's amazing. That's, like being able to scalp a little bit, step in, grab a little bit out of there, and then move on to what you have to do. If I was able to do this while I was working, I would have fired myself like a lot faster than I actually left. I could have fired myself a lot faster. Could have had 6 months saved up or something. I didn't know about this stuff when I was working. And during the pandemic, I was working and had no idea what anything was in terms of trading. Everybody else home and I'm working. And people talk about getting rich off of all this. And this is a good thing I was working because that's when all them scams started. People getting scammed out of... Y'all taking out them PPP loans. You go to jail, baby. Jail. You better make the money to pay it back. I know that much. You're going to jail. all of that. Like I wasn't there. Nobody came to me and was like, yo, look at this. Yo, stop for a minute. Stand right there and stop what you're doing. I have a pill. Nobody came to me with no tinfoil from the market. Nobody. Like, how dare? Nobody came to me. And I was just working. And on the other side of that, when everybody was going back to work, I got injured. And then here I show up in this industry where a lot of people are exiting because they've been lying and scamming people and all this other stuff. And I'm looking at some giants fall. And I'm looking around at some giants being created. And I'm just like, wow, this industry is different. You know, everybody said they make money and nobody know how. This is an interesting dynamic here. Everybody's making money and then nobody know how. So I had to get off social media and go and watch some videos and watch the market and all of that. I had to get off, remove myself from everything and everyone, and actually learn the right information. Now I've compiled the right information in one place. One place. And even then, the videos need to be shorter. Clean up the chart. Because there was nothing going on. Okay. That's what I said. That ego is going to get in the way of some people becoming profitable. That ego is going to get in the way of that. So, you know, the information you guys have, that's life-changing information, more than I did. More than I did. And now y'all got it in an even more refined way. There's no excuse other than you. There's no excuse other than you. Put down the social media. That's what I did. I'm not telling y'all to do something I didn't do. Put it down. I told y'all I miss birthdays. I miss, Christmas. I missed a lot of stuff. And yes, I did become popular in a short time, but I still missed a lot. Things I probably should have been there for. Not even probably, I should have. Missed it. But now I'm in a place where I'll never miss it again. Yeah, okay, you want me to go to talk to your teacher? The one that never seemed to have her stuff in order, so unorganized with the work. You want me to go and... So your teacher didn't give you grade back, huh? Now I'm able to be involved in those conversations. And there were so many things on my Netflix that I had saved up to watch. I am behind by 2 years on what I'm supposed to be consuming. I'm behind by 2 years. My list. You know how much stuff is on there? How much stuff is leaving it right now? I'm just like, oh, I just didn't get a chance to watch this. But I'm happy when I go out. And think about what I'm spending and I don't have to hesitate on certain things. I'm in a comfortable place. For me, it feels like I can finally sit back and breathe. But that's only the beginning. Because when you realize you could sit back and breathe, you realize how much time you wasted. And now you know you can't. So what do? It's like going in the house. Some of y'all know this. Sitting down. Getting comfortable. And then you got to get up again because something else. You got to get up again because something else. And you're going to be so busy about your progress and your development and not being around to compare it with anybody else that when you show back up on the other side of that, everybody's like, oh, whoa, wait, what? Whoa. Look now, when they're going to be in the same spot. The same spot you left them in. They're going to be there. You know how many people last year, December, when I started posting on Twitter about trading, you know how many people still in the same spot now? Even on Twitter, still in the same spot there. But guess what? They under the Silver Biden's tweet. You know inflation is not going down. You are manipulating the data. Manipulating the data. You rigged the election. Okay. How does that change your life? What is that doing for you? He ain't even reading it. Curtis, he don't even know what Curtis. What are you doing there? Is this how you spend your time? Is this how you spend your time? You could yell at him later. You could probably yell at him with donations to his whoever's going against him. Right now, you can't. Right now, there's something more important at hand. And it's getting this because time is running out. That's it. I don't know what other psychology to really give people, when it comes to things like that. Because I see them say, yeah, I'm putting in the time, and then under every single tweet out there, we just how is it why am I arguing with another trader about something if I don't even know how to use that something to make myself money? If I don't even know, and that goes for my students, that goes for anybody. If I don't even know how to make money with it, what am I doing? I'm doing something that does not benefit me. It does not benefit my future. But I'm giving so much of this currency to it, which time is the only currency. I know I love to talk about gold and all that other stuff. Oh, only true currency. No, time is the only true currency. Nothing else. Nothing else but time. Going to the hospitals, going to, within the nursing homes, listen to the wisdom that they speak of. Some of them, not all of them, some of them. Listen to what they speak about. If they just had time. I was on a basketball court one time, and there was this, I was just shooting. There was this older guy that came out there. He wasn't really older. He was maybe like, 45 or so. And he asked to shoot the basketball with me. So I'm shooting the basketball with him. And I see that he has like a very bad posture and a limp, and he's just like dragging his foot. He can't really go to catch even his own rebound or get the rebound to actually take a shot. So I'm like, all right, I'll catch your rebounds and just keep throwing it to you. He's like, man, back when I was younger, I was in great shape. But hey, listen, he said, I didn't know when to quit. He said, I kept on having fun, and the sugar's not good for you. The sugar will poison. That's what he was saying to me. The sugar's not good for you. Did we say it at the bottom there? Sugar's not good for you. He was like, I should have stopped sooner, and I kept going against it. And just take care of your health, man. You'll never, ever be able to take care of your health. That's what he was telling me. Do you think I had to learn by being in his same position of what that stuff could do to you? Didn't I have the example before me? That was the time spent. I found his review when he purchased 20 years from life. I watched what he did with that purchase. I watched what he did with that trade. Bam! He traded 20 years for something that would take from him. And each year he was in draw. That was his trade. Why did I need to experience that to know time is the only true currency? Time. So I'm hard on y'all about how y'all spend it, because literally the thing that shook me up is my student who was on the verge of losing everything and was able to become profitable and make money and live a life with his family. He used to sell, he always talked about it, he used to sell drugs. When he first came into the chat, I was like, hey, the way you trading is risky. He was like, well, what I do is risky. And he said, I low-key sell drugs. And he said, I don't want to live that life anymore. I want to get out of it. So he started learning to trade to the point where life was squeezing him. And he said, I'm about to lose everything. He put himself in a position to where he was able to pay whatever debt that he had and move on to be able to create a life. And lost his life just a couple months later. So the sleepless nights, the hard work, all the different stuff that you did, all the different things you did, still leaves your children with nothing. So was it worth it spending those 2 minutes to tell Joey B that he to agree with Elon or to what is, was it even worth those 2 minutes? If you took all of those different 2 minutes back from every single thing you put that in, you would have more time. You would have more time. But we don't see that until the other side. That's when people are complaining about the long videos. I'm like, you've been losing for 20 years. You've been losing for 5, 6 years. You have been losing for 10 years. Straight. No breaks. And 30 hours you can't give to actually redeeming what you lost those 10 years. 30 hours. Whoa. Oh my. 30 hours. And God forbid I remove it, you're going to get angry and talk about, oh, you said you was there to help the world and look at you. I knew you was going to take it private. You didn't take the time to even go and look at it. Don't be that person. Use the currency that everybody has that's worth the same thing. It's worth the same. Y'all hear me? It's worth the same thing. No matter where you are born, no matter what your skin color is, no matter what your religion is, no matter what your level of education is, no matter what your family name is, it is all worth the same thing. So we're the same thing. It's just how you spent it. That's what sets us apart. That's what sets us apart. How we spent it. That puts us so far ahead of everybody else. Yeah, now I'm good. I'm going to watch this fight tonight. Yeah, you can backtest if you want. And then when you start to see your consistency pick up, and you see that they're still sliding, they're still making little mistakes that you're so far ahead of already, you're going to understand why that time was necessary. You understand why the time is necessary. So, nice little double bottom that it gave us there, Let me get back on over here to Bryce. Y'all, you give me the signals, right? But this is why I call our live streams. You guys are new now, but this is why I call our live streams, group therapy. That's what a lot of the videos are titled in the other part, which I'm gonna release to you guys, slowly. I see you guys are hungry. This side, I'm telling you, y'all, the other side better step it up, because this side, the hunger that they have is going to have me teach more, going to have me engage more, going to like these people are on fire for knowledge and willing to speak up and willing to get struck down in an idea and then learn the right way. Moving on, they're hungry. So y'all, yeah. I'm telling you, we gonna do the little, the students calling price. We're gonna do that. And I feel like that's something that's going to help catch you guys up, because when you guys actually catch up, you guys are going to understand why I'm saying. So you see how somebody else said, "Why'd you say it was gonna go that way?" And I know somebody else was like, what, how'd you know the water was going to be there? There's so many things that's not even taught as of yet for you guys, that, like, getting better with the basics a lot faster, it matters to your development. It matters to how fast you develop as well. So, super important for you guys to catch up with us. I think this is the beginning of that little 4 candle drop that we usually get. And then we see them buy back up, and then see them run toilet paper people out and backed up there. But we'll see. Let me look at what this. Okay, so we have this here for the 5-second. What does that end up being? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Let's see if it clears 326 or so. With a move back into the range. Now you want to watch a closure above 56. Want to make sure we don't Get that. Mute this burger. I don't know why people really want me to care about time so much. It's time. Time. Okay, so when do we press the button? Well, we you don't want to just do any old how. You just when you get the shift in the structure, and then because this imbalance here could be sort of it can be used to support. Okay, so now it's Scooby-Doo analysis. We yelling about time, yelling. We yelling about time, and then the Scooby-Doo analysis start when it comes to entering. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got you. I got you. Okay. Anything else? Yeah. Yo. Somebody really tweeted to me. It was like, Dave Teaches is not going to like this. That's one of these guys in the SMC community. Hey, I don't care. Have you found a trade today? No, because it's continuum vortex manual intervention with the distortion. So you don't want to get caught in those days, because with the intervention of the... Okay. Got you, buddy. Got you. Got you. Okay, buddy. I don't have nothing against no other school of thought out there. I don't have anything against them. Nothing at all. But in terms of what I used to trade with, I'm going to continue to use what I trade with. And even if the communities end up overlapping, I'm still going to continue to use what I trade with, because I've had far more consistency trading what I trade with than incorporating anybody else's analysis into what I'm doing, into what I see, into how I'm taking entries. So, yeah. Yeah, empathic trader, that's the thing that I feel bad about the most. It is true. Um, they do stain his work with the behaviors that they have about it. That is very, very true. So now we got this below. Yeah, it's unfortunate because, I mean, the material, it's you see people who are successful with it. You see people who it has helped them gain an edge. You see him call things out that's to the number, like the actual. He adds the quarter in for lunchtime. Like it's It's so precise. Now, even if his students can't do it that way, it's still something that's extremely polished. More than anything else that's currently out there, I will say that. More than anything else that's currently out there. And that's knowing all the stuff that's out there. More than anything else. So the work, I understand it, like how well crafted it is, how well put together it is. It's just the behavior of the people. That's the thing I continue to tell people, all the time. I honor the work that he put out there. Like he did what he did and came along and taught the different people. He taught that we were able to grasp little small things from and then progress. And while I understand that, I also know that the way that I trade will surpass that. And I know that that is for his era and his generation. And this is for the younger kids who are going to adopt this and be able to use this, on seconds time frame on anything and everything. The younger people are going to be able to take this and run with it. And then they're going to be watching me, ran my stop loss, Whoever you teach, the intention, the goal is to make them better than you. Make them better than you. You have your limitations of learning and that flexibility. You have the limitations of that. But for others here, they can do more. They can do more. They have the ability to handle more risk than you can. Like those things, it goes from generation to generation. Y'all look at the basketball players back then and now. There were some games that they were the fourth quarter with 7 minutes to go and Price and the score was in the 50s. Oh, that's when they play defense. Yeah, okay, let's put the defense part in there, but also, not many people were able to shoot during that era. Not many people had the ability to do a lot that these people in this era do. So they went and put a jump shot on a 7-footer in this era. Get the 7-footer shooting the last buzzer beat. Wouldn't have been imagined in that other style back then. So everything is created for people to take and maximize to its fullest potential and recreate in its own unique form a way that's digestible to the next. That's what actually being a teacher is about. So, I mean, that's just my idea. Somebody else might think differently. Somebody's like, well, you're supposed to prove what you say you could do then. On Twitter, I'm like, oh, wait, whoa. I feel the aggression in reading this. What happened? Just sit down, breathe in and breathe out. I won't even let you say what the mentor's name is. You don't even have to. We're not going to expose you and trigger you to that. But what? What? Man. So I understand both sides. I was in that part where I was learning from people when they were lying about their ability to do something. I was in that part already. Them editing the signal. Editing the editing the signal. Them editing the signal. Not showing their stop loss. All these different things. So I've been in both parts, and I understand why people feel the way they do or feel like this should be done or whatever it is. But the thing that was absent was the work ethic of those same people willing to actually put in the time. Now, drawing this out here, why would I have to tell a lazy nugget that this is where you should be looking for? This is the zone that the 50% that's in right here. When you see a flip on a lower time from here, then you should. Why would I have to tell a lazy muffin that? There's people in here who are lazy and are being removed today. You can have people that don't want to put in the work, and it's right here in front of them. It's right there in front of them, and they get their tongue out, one in the spoon. It shouldn't be this difficult if you said that you know how to, because you said you're supposed to. Okay, get out. And then go pay Morgan Stanley $129 to meet your demands. And we'll see you next year. Same time. Same profitability status. People are incredible. Absolutely incredible. Man, Bitcoin still falling? You mean transcribing the market? No, you're not transcribing me. That's what the market is doing. I'm telling you, when they say some people are not gonna make it, it's true. Some people will not make it, and it's literally because of audacity. Some people, the same way they trade is the same way they are in real life. Jumping into trades, they have no idea why they're in. No idea. No idea. Why should someone have to stop and explain something to you that was already explained a million times to you? When do you actually learn how to now apply the things? Want to know something? I'm starting to see in your streams, you're starting to do ICT rants. Yeah, starting? You just got here. You just got here. We just warming up. You just welcome. We have 3 more streams this week, don't we? So means you got 3 more rants. It's every day because people, it's about mindset when you're trading. It's really about mindset when you're trading. It's about being content. It's about fighting off who you've been for the last 20 years. The last, at least let me say 18, because nobody under 18 should be in here. You should out if you under 18. But 18 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You are fighting against your 40-year habit of being a glutton, of being somebody who wants more, of being somebody who knows that you should listen to that thing on the inside of you, but your impulse is leading you. 30, 40 years of that. You need that mindset when you're in trading and you're watching your entries play out, and you need that there. You already know the direction. But you need to understand where your limits are and then trade within those limits. What was so difficult about price trading up above this high? What was so difficult about it? Remember, even Magma came along and said, "It's up above that high, sir. It's up above that high." Even Magma showed up and it's taking it was just a little tiny wick that was there. It's taking the yes, great energy. And the muffin want to ask, so the stop loss then, where go? Bye-bye. So these live streams, you guys could learn a lot from it if you just allow me the opportunity to explain what's happening now, rather than being caught up in your lapse in information that you currently are experiencing between what's taught in the playlist and what's here. What's taught in the playlist and what's here. Was taught in the playlist and what's here. That's showing you that there's a gap in your knowledge that you got to go back and get before you can carry this further. We don't feel pressure about our trades. We don't feel angry if our stop loss is hit. Because we know we lost that one. Yup, the very next trade is about to show up. And we take a trade with the next setup. And we're in tune with the market the entire time, no matter what it's doing. We're in tune with it. Yes, we get our stop loss ran at times. We're not losing our whole account in a stop loss being ran. We've understood how to take risk management and pair it to what it is that we're taking entries off of. That's why you have to learn the chart first, and then risk management follows. Don't ask what you should be risking about one. Am I risking, how much is it? 10 ticks? No. You have to learn what price gives you, and you have to be able to calculate your risk within what price often gives you. So it's never going to be a fixed 10 points, 30 points, or whatever point value you think it should be. It's never going to be fixed. It's always going to be with what the market affords us to risk within the zone that we are trading from. And the problem that a lot of people have, and this was me in the beginning too, I wanted to take the smallest zone possible to be able to take an entry from. And price would just run through the small zone. And then now when I thought it was going higher, then it went lower. And then when I try to find a short to go lower with it, then it went higher. It's like that video with the guy with the ice cream giving it over to the other guy. Oh, nope, that's not it. Okay, here you go. Nope, that's not it. Or the little cup with the bean, the 3 cups with the bean. Find which cup the bean is under. If you win, you get $2. But if I win, I'll take the $1 from you. So we both wager the $1 together. And there they go, under the table. You end up asking the person where the bean is at. Guess what? You just lost your $1. That's literally trading. The whole thing is trading. It's literally. And that's, like what we have. While that's happening, we still got to overcome ourselves. We still got to overcome our greed, all the different things that, like we, all the different things that we're imagining with on the other end of this trade. My expectations in the trade is to get in here and get out there. I don't care what the dollar amount is. Don't matter what the dollar amount is relative to whatever contract size I put on it. But I don't care about what the dollar amount is. I care about what the move is, because I can put any dollar amount behind that move if I wanted to, but I need to know how to trade the move. That's not going to be 1-to-1 risk ratio with no. That's going to be dynamic to what the move allows. There's going to be dynamic to what the move allows. And then you start realizing that it's your expectations that you keep falling over, that you keep struggling with. It's your expectations. You are expecting a 50-point move from here, or you are expecting buy side, and buy side doesn't get tapped. They go for sell side again. You are expecting sell side because we have 1, 2, 3 swings, so we could end up putting in another swing. Yeet, right the other way. Oh, 4 to 6 swings is here? Okay, so here's 6, so I'm trading the reversal. Yeet, back the other way. Because you're trading things that you have not tested as of yet, things that you have not studied as of yet, things that you have not made sure that before placing money on, you understand. You understand what this move often yields you. So you're trading the move. And that's how it was for back testing for me. It was trading the move. Didn't we say we flip bullish? So who would be shorting out of that foolishness to the left? We trading the move. And that's where a lot of us, make those mistakes. A lot of us make those mistakes in wanting the dollar amount behind our trade rather than understanding where our trade often delivers. That's enough for us to take a quick move off of it and then get out. And then watch anything else that's happening. The number one most cringe statement I hear all the time. It's so cringe. I know when I hear it, it usually comes from unprofitable like traders. A cringe. Oh, when they say, I should have held it for more. I should have held longer. In an environment where we were able to take free money out of the market. Free money. We just had to have the upfront cost to enter. But we were able to take free money out of the market after having to be indebted to the money that we make. Free. We have this mindset of that we could have just got more. We should have just wait. We should have just let it go on further. We should have just removed our stop because we knew it was going to hit back there again. And then we should have moved our stop back. No. Free. That's what people need to understand. This is free. You're paying an entrance fee. This is free money. Somebody mentioned earlier today, the other side of the trade, it doesn't matter if y'all saw Michael Burry, how much money he lost in the short. Guess what? On the other side of the trade, somebody was long and that had to be paid out to. The big short is drinking port. That had to be paid out to somebody else. Free money. Doesn't matter what the social status is of the person who has it in there. Talk about taking loans. You can get a loan every day from this market. Loan every day. But you don't have to be greedy about it. It's chasing our expectations. That's why I was showing little moments of gratitude that, yeah, my last job, they didn't even pay me this in a few minutes. My last job, the stuff I had to do, even if this analysis took, 1 hour for it to get there, and I finally was able to execute on it. My last job didn't even give me this. Didn't even pay that. And that's just me sitting there a couple of minutes, being able to interpret what price is doing, being able to execute on it, and being able to profit from it. Anytime I tell people building a small account into a large account, when it gets to a certain point, remove all the money and start over with what you began with. Start over with your initial capital. You took 900 to 5,000. Now take that out and go back again. You started with 200 and you took it to whatever. Take that out and go back with the 200. Why? Because as you're learning, you're going to have moments where you potentially blow up. But if you paid yourself and then you had that initial capital again, more than likely you're going to be careful the same way you were the first time around, you're going to be careful with it and do the same thing to scale it again. But the problem is, when we end up getting more, we start to think to ourselves, so now we can hold more drawdown because we have more profit. So now we can do more of this because we start thinking larger but incorrectly. And then when we blow it all the way down to just 10% left of what we initially put in, all the regret comes in. Yeah, I should have never even hold that trade. Oh, I should have just not, I shouldn't have moved my stop loss. I shouldn't have, I don't know why I saw it go, bullish, and I know I'm supposed to trail my highs and lows, but, I wanted a clean chart like Stoic. And then I wanted to be able to, just put it on Twitter so they was able to see. And I thought, just not manage it. And now all of this regret is going around in your head. All of that regret is going around in your head. Because you knew that as you were making more and more, your habits began to change. You're going to have different habits when you have a larger account versus a smaller account. A smaller account is going to refine what you desire to push the button on. So some people need to start off a demo account or take a challenge with $625 drawdown. What is that? Apex. That's the first thing I did. I didn't know anything about the futures platform, didn't know the contract sizing, nothing or the other. So I said, let me get the hardest account to trade from because it puts the most restrictions on me so I can learn to develop a way to trade within that while not going too far beyond what I don't know occurs. Like I didn't know anything about the futures market. So I put myself under the strictest conditions to be able to know when to and when not to. Then I saw that this was far more precise than CFDs. The precision was crazy with this. So now I had to tailor my trading style to precision, to exactness. I didn't want to trade micros. Not saying that I got anything against micros, but the commission structure on micros don't make sense. Or at least I'm paying more per trade. So I was thinking in that mindset, already having been profitable, trading futures is not going to take my profitability away from me. I'm never going to be more profitable in futures and then not as profitable in Forex. That doesn't exist. You're trading price. That's it. They all do the same thing. Even if they're occurring at different times, they all do the same thing. So let me end this recording here.